This is going to be a fun spring and a fun team to grow up. But I love the personnel that we have here. Very encouraged, and I you know, as far as calling people out and all that, you know, let me just say this. You know, Nick Schuessler has come to work these first 2 days. You know, we've called him Sleepy Schuessler around here forever, and he's awake now, and it's really impressive. He had as good a skelly team pass period as I've seen around here in a long time at quarterback. It is so encouraging to see that, and you know, that's awesome to see. You know, a guy that's kind of been that backup guy, now he's kind of getting a chance to. And to see him have the 2 days that he has is really good, and it's encouraging to those other veteran guys. Our first groups on both sides, you know, they look the part getting off the bus. They can hold their own. The biggest challenge for us is really growing the football IQs of our depth, and so that we can really create that competition that we want mentally and physically. So a lot of work to do these next 13 days.
Reminds me of 2011 when Chad first got here, and we're just moving.
You think you will be ultimately strictly on the left side, or do you think you could right guard?
As of now, I think there's going to be less movement than there was last year, just because hopefully we're going to develop that young depth that we have now. So I doubt we'll be moving around too much. So right now it's been all left guard.
Offensive firepower, it's hard to think of another team with as much expectations in this conference. Talk about how that is going into it, and what you're trying to express to the younger guys about what it takes.
Just taking their time. You know, the offense is going to come to them. Obviously, we have one of the greatest coaching staffs here in college football. They're doing an excellent job of really slowing down the offense. We've really taken out a large portion, so we're really trying to focus on the things that we want to be good at, and it's going to be a special year, I think.
Coach Swinney said you're one of the leaders on this team, but he's waiting for you to take the next step on the field. Are you ready?
Right. I think so. I mean, I feel like I've been a leader here since I stepped on campus. You know, with how you live, how you lift in the weight room, things you do. I just feel like I've always been that guy that people can look up to. Now taking that next step, I mean, it's time. It's one more year, and we're going to go all out.
What's not right? What are you not satisfied with?
There's nothing that's not right. The only thing is we're not in full pad yet. So
I mean, with your game particularly, I mean, fundamentally, technique-wise, what do you need to really do?
We're just getting better every day. You know, coaches are going to coach you hard, and you just got to work on the things that they tell you.
Is Deshaun the kind of guy you have to worry about handling all the hype and attention that he's already getting?
No. You know, he's been an elite athlete probably since he could throw a football. Obviously, he broke any kind of record that existed in Georgia. Come to Clemson, you know, the same thing. He's just level-headed guy, down to earth. I'm sure all of you have talked to him more than 100 times, and you know that. But excellent guy. He'll never be fazed by the fame.
Got a bunch of new guys that are in here for spring practice, especially on the offensive line. What have you seen out of the Frew Morgans and the Hyatts?
They're holding their own. It's so impressive, just guys that should be in high school still going to prom, going to pep rallies for basketball games, and they're just here competing, doing their best. And it's amazing the talent that we have on the offensive line right now.
You know, you've put on good weight, and you've carried it well. Does it feel like ancient history when you were tight end, 250?
Yeah.
I mean,
you got to think about when Dwayne Allen was here and Brandon Ford and playing tight end. Those guys, you know, have been in the league, been gone for years, it seems, and just it's kind of hard to remember how to run a route. But we go out there a little bit, throw the ball around, and so it's still fun.
But you feel just tendencies. You feel like an offensive lineman.
Yeah, definitely.
Through and through.
Just, you know, you stop looking at coverages more. Obviously, you can tell defenses from coverages, but you focus more on the front seven. For when you're at tight end, you're maybe looking at where safeties align, how corners align, and all that different things. So it's just, yeah, it feels 100% offensive line.